guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Abimbola. So if this is your first time on my channel or you've been here before but have never subscribed, can I please ask you to just click on the red subscribe button now and then click on the bell icon to turn your notification on so you are notified whenever I drop a new video. If you've already subscribed, it's good to see you again. Thank you guys. If you recall that last weekend, Funke Akindele and her hubby held a crowded house party at their Amen Estate home in Lagos, and then they posted videos of this house party on their social media platform, which resulted in an uproar and Nigerians calling for their arrest. So Lagos State Police arrested Funke and declared her husband and Naira Marley and other celebs at the party wanted, asking them to present themselves at the police station. Funke was eventually arraigned in court, and herself and her husband were sentenced to 14 days of community service and 100,000 naira fine each. And they are meant to be educating people about what is going on about the Koro business. Following the police request that Naira Marley and the others present themselves at the police station, he did. So did the governorship candidate Patton Gbadamosi, and they were both arraigned alongside the politician's wife before a magistrate court in Angr.Y for flouting social distancing order of the government. The government, however, withdrew the case against them. Defense counsels Gbadamosi, who spoke to journalists after the arraignment, said the government decided to withdraw the charges after the singer and the politician agreed to tender an apology to the president Muhammadu Buhari and Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for flouting the directive to stay at home. So following his release, Naira Marley has lashed out at those he called snitches. And the rapper said in his tweet that snitches on Twitter will get you arrested and still want you to fight the government for them. From now on, he said, it's just Malians only. Let's all listen to the government and give them our full support. That was Naira Marley's post on Twitter. So guys, why did the government decide to drop the case against these two? Not just because they wanted them to apologize, but I suppose we can look at it this way, that it was Funke and Hobby that organized the party and are the first offenders, and that those who left their houses to attend the party may be excused, and they wouldn't have known the number of people that would be at the party before they got to Funke Akindele's house. According to Gbadamosi in a video he released, Gbadamosi stated he thought they were only going to see Funke Akindele and JJC's family and staff at their house. He, however, said he suffered a lapse in judgment after an unmentioned celebrity turned up with a number of people with him. He refused to mention the name of the celebrity that turned up with so many other people. There was a conspiracy theory by Nigerians initially regarding Gbadamosi and the arrest of Funke and her husband and their charge. Some people said Funke and Hobby were collateral damage, as the person the government was really after was Gbadamosi. They were trying to say that Bola Tinubu is trying to set this guy up, but him being released debunks that theory. Let's actually agree that Gbadamosi thought he was going to see Funke Akindele, her husband, and the members of their staff. But a lockdown means that you stay in your house, you don't go to someone else's house, and the other party does not come to your house. Except you are living within the same compound, within the same household. That's the only time you can gather together to have a function together. But you leaving your own house to go to someone else's house, even if you live on the same estate, is still flouting the rules. So he's not justified for saying that he thought he was going to Funke's house to meet Funke and her husband and the staff at their house. That's not a justification for him leaving his house to go partying with Funke Akindele. It's just a stupid excuse. Naira Marley and Gbadamosi have written their apology letters to the governor of Lagos State. So I'll read Naira Marley's own to you first. And it goes, 9th April 2020. The Executive Governor of Lagos State, through the Office of the Attorney General of Lagos State, Ministry of Justice, State Secretariat, Alausa, Ikeja, Lagos. Letter of apology. I, Aziz of so address, wish to state as follows. On Monday, 6 April 2020, I submitted myself for questioning and was detained at the State Criminal Investigation Department, Panti, Lagos State, after my statement was taken and thereafter released on administrative police bail on Tuesday, 7 April 2020, on allegations that I violated the social distancing directives of the government of Lagos State pursuant to the Infectious Diseases Regulation of Lagos State 2020 and the Quarantine Act Cap Q 2 Volume 14 Laws of the Federation. Number 2, on Wednesday, 8 April 2020, I was brought before the Magistrate Court of Lagos State in the Ogba Magistrate Court District before Magistrate Y.O. Ajay Afunwa sitting in Magistrate Court number 1 in respect of charge sheet number MIK/A/44/2020 on 4 counts against me and 2 other persons. Number 3, on the day under reference, Mr. YG Oshola, the Lagos State Director of Public Prosecutions, who personally appeared on behalf of Lagos State, withdrew all the above charges against me based on the agreement of my legal counsel, Ms. Damilola Ayinde Marshal, that I will personally tender in writing an apology to the government of Lagos State regarding the violation of the social distancing directives of the governor that I was charged for. B. Undertake to observe, obey, and comply with all regulations and directives of President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, as well as those of the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, specifically on social distancing that generally seek to curb the spread of the coronavirus in Nigeria and Lagos State in particular. C. Undertake to be in self-isolation in my house at the above address for a period of 14 days. 4. Pursuant to the above, I hereby declare and state as follows, that I hereby apologize unreservedly to the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and the good people of Lagos State in any manner that I may have violated the social distancing regulations and stay-at-home order of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the Governor of Lagos State, as same was not done as a result of deliberate disrespect to their persons, authorities, and government. B. As a law-abiding citizen of Nigeria, I undertake to observe, obey, and fully comply with all regulations and directives of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, as well as regulations and directives of the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, on social distancing of people specifically that generally seek to curb the spread of the coronavirus in Nigeria and in Lagos in particular. C. That I agree to be in self-isolation in my house at the above address for a period of 14 days commencing from today, Thursday the 9th of April 2020, and that the Lagos State Ministry of Health should supervise my isolation. Signed, Aziz Fashola. That's Naira Marley. Naira Marley is Aziz Fashola. So in addition to that, the Lagos State former governorship candidate Babatunde Gbadamosi also wrote his own apology letter, and it goes, Babatunde Gbadamosi then states the address of this person. On 9th April 2020, the Executive Governor of Lagos State, through the Office of the Attorney General, so it's the same format with Naira Marley's. And then letter of apology. I, Babatunde Gbadamosi of so address, wish to state as follows. On Monday, 6th April 2020, I was arrested by officers of the Nigerian police, after which I was interrogated, made to write a written statement, and detained at the State General Investigation Department, Panti. So it seems as if it's the same thing that they both written. So the same letter that Naira Marley has written is exactly the same thing that Babatunde Gbadamosi has written. So these two, Naira Marley and Gbadamosi, have fulfilled part of the deal, part of what the court asked them to do. And I think now they have to go into quarantine for 14 days as part of the instructions they were given by the court. But I'm wondering, what happened to the rest of the people that were at the party? Why did they single out these two and Funke and her husband? What about Akporo? What about Eniola Badmus and the rest of them? Because there were a lot of them there at the party. What happened to those ones? Did they let them go scot-free, or is there something I'm missing? Because nobody has said anything about the other celebrities that were present at the party. Why have they singled out Gbadamosi and this guy, Naira Marley? I don't understand that bit. Or maybe they've done something to those ones, but it's not just in the news. But I doubt it. If anything has been done to them, if they've been invited, if they've been charged, if they've been arranged, then it will be in the news. People would have talked about it, but we've heard nothing about every other person that attended that party, because I haven't heard. Maybe you've heard. Please share with us in the comment section. But I haven't heard anything about every other person that was present at the party. Yesterday, there was a lot of information on the internet about Funke Akindele starting her community service, but there was nothing about her husband. There were pictures circulated by some bloggers on the internet that she started her 14 days community service. I'm not sure how far this is true, because it hasn't been reported by major newspapers, but some bloggers have picked it and they've shared some photographs. I don't know if it's Photoshop, I don't know if it's true, but it's all over the internet that she started her community service. Here is the picture that has been circulating on the internet. It hasn't been confirmed yet, so I don't know if this is a rumor or if it's actually true. So don't take my words for it. but there's nothing about her husband yet. And I'm wondering if she has started. Should the husband not have started his as well? I would have assumed they would start together or maybe go to different places. And I'm sure people would have cited the husband if he has started his own community service as well. Like I said, this may be a rumor and it may be true. I'm not very sure, so don't take my words for it, please. I'm sure a lot of you have learned a lesson from this Funke Akindele and her husband's experience in these last few days. And many people that would have flouted the rules would think twice before they do anything stupid again. Funke and her husband have been made scapegoats to teach other people the lesson that when the government says something, abide by those laws. It is quite unfortunate that it happened to Funke because I quite like her, but nobody is above the law. Alright guys, that's it from me today. That's the update on the Funke Akindele and her husband's party saga, Naira Marley, Gbadamosi, and the rest of it. The problem they've got with the government for flouting the rules, the regulations, the orders regarding self-isolation, social distancing because of the coronavirus pandemic going on all over the world. So guys, let's have a conversation in the comment section. Please don't forget to share this video, like, share and subscribe, and I shall see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.
Good day everyone, my name is Gbadamosi and I'm making this video to apologize for the events that happened at the Bellows residence yesterday at Amen Estate. We went to visit Mr. and Mrs. Bello to celebrate Mr. Bello's birthday with him. We believed we were only going to meet the family and the staff of the Bellows at the house, and that is exactly what happened. But a little while after we arrived, about an hour or so, a celebrity arrived and he had a number of people with him. At that point, I think perhaps we should have left. I consider that a lapse of judgment on my part, and I apologize for it. That is not to say that I detract in any way from the social distancing policies that have been put out by healthcare authorities around the world. I subscribe fully to it, and I ask you all to please continue to observe social distancing as a means of preventing the coronavirus from spreading around Nigeria. Do note, please, that everybody that was at that gathering yesterday is a resident of Gbadamosi Close, not just of Amen Estate, of Gbadamosi Close in Amen Estate. Once again, I sincerely apologize for what happened, and I thank you all for your patience and for your concern. I've been receiving calls and all sorts of messages. Thank you very much. We're all safe, and we'll continue to be safe. We will all overcome this pandemic in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen.